Topic number 5, baby, the Indy 500. And boy, was it an exciting race, man. Indy 500 was back, and it was back in full strength with all the fans and all of its glory. And boy, I loved every second of it, Coach Duarte.
Yeah, I bet you did. They kept going left, right? Yeah. And listen, that's great. A couple of things I pulled from here. One, Indy car is definitely cooler than NASCAR. The cars are faster. They look cooler. Everything's cooler about it. Don't come and jump me in the parking lot if you're a NASCAR fan. My bad. All right. But just to me, Indy just looks cool. You nailed it. I mean, listen, big ups to Castroneves. Like, he did a great job. He tied for most victories. That's awesome. I think the biggest thing, and not to divert from the actual topic, but Brandon, you nailed it. We had 135,000 God-loving American people, warm-blooded people in the stands, non-masked, side by side, getting after it, enjoying a wonderful late spring, early summer day, watching a sporting event. That, in my opinion, trumps everything. Like, is amazing. It's great to see it. Indiana obviously opened up. We obviously don't have every state that's opened up, but it's really, really great to see that. And as far as the victory, congratulations, bud. But part of it too, it's just really nice to see America going back to some semblance of normalcy.
I agree. And Coach Duarte, this is just getting the race talk started, baby. So fire up your engine, sir, because we're going to be talking about racing on the next topic too. But it's just really one of those things where, yeah, I did enjoy it. Sure, they are only going left, and even in NASCAR, they're only going left at times. But guess what? There's road courses in Indy. There's road courses in NASCAR where they turn left and right, good sir. But honestly, on this point at tracks like this, look at this clip right here. They're going over 230, 240 miles an hour at times when they're making these overtakes, especially at the Indianapolis Speedway. And man, it was exciting. Castroneves really played it well and the strategy well, not only with his tires and saving his tires, but they had to make the fuel call work. Honestly, two of the top favorites, two of the guys, Scott Dixon and Alexander Rossi, had a fuel stall, and they stalled out in the pits, and that put them down several laps right away. So some of the favorites were knocked out quickly. But one of my favorite parts about the race was after those two got knocked down a lap, Alexander Rossi pulled alongside Scott Dixon during one of the cautions and said, "We got to go back to the front, man." Hand gestures like you would probably give on a Saturday out of your car normally. He was giving some of those hand gestures to be like, buddy, we got to get to the front, and we got to get to the front now. And so I love that. I love that about racing. Love that about Alexander Rossi. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was an exciting race, and cheers to Helio Castroneves for getting number 4. Win number 4 is amazing. And I'm talking about this is such a historic race at such a historic track. So to have all the people back made it the history, but for him to get number 4 with all the people there, that was big, man. Because last year, obviously during COVID, we had no fans in the stands, and they still ran the race, but it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same at all. But yeah, man, exciting race, exciting to have all the fans back, exciting to see Indy 500 back in full strength. And man, I'm looking forward to seeing the race even next year. But one quick thing before I throw it back to you to get a little bit more take from you is I think one of the most exciting parts of the race was when local hometown favorite Connor Daly was leading the race, and he led the race for about 20-something laps, and the crowd just went wild. So I don't know. Did you catch any of the race, Coach Duarte?
Yeah, I checked in a little bit, but I was watching the actual race on Cars 2. Cars 2 with my children. But no, listen, that is the Indianapolis racetrack is probably, other than maybe Daytona, the most not nearly as prestigious as Indianapolis and Daytona. But yeah, no, this is a great trend. It starts the summer off, and essentially what it tells the rest of the country is, hey, we figured it out. right? Like we can, as long as, you know, you do your necessarily what you need to do, you can go live your life. And I think this is a great sense of that. And yeah, you're right. It was really nice to see all those people. And it was really nice to see them cheering and hooting and hollering. And might I say, tailgating, actually tailgating. Like, let's go. Now we're talking. Like, now we're talking back to something that we can look forward to, something that we can get excited about. And I will say this. I was at the first home Red Sox game this past Saturday when we got banged out. And I will say this. Everyone is ready for live sports. That place was lit. Everyone was up every pitch. We are ready for it, so give it to us. So I don't care if you're always going left or you're moving right, but give me some more live sports. I don't care if you're in a car. We don't have to talk about whether race car drivers are athletes or not, because they're not, so it's not a huge deal. But it's exciting. We want to watch it, and give me more, all right, essentially.
Yeah, that'll be our next opinion question that we'll have to deliver, because me and you can definitely go for a little while on that one, on the opinion there. But no, I agree, man. I think that was the most exciting thing, was having all the fans back. And I think you're right. After this time with no live sports and just having to watch streams and having to watch it on TV, I think everybody's back 110% and they're ready to go. So I think you're going to see that and feel that atmosphere in every game we have going forward for the next 5, 6, 7 months. And I'm looking forward to seeing every single one of them, to be honest. So expect there, once they get to 100% capacity, which a lot of stadiums are starting to get to at this point, that, yeah, your fans are going to be going wild. And once they get that juice in them, woo, they're going to be going crazy there. So, yeah, expect the summer to be getting tore up as far as these stadiums and these games and the excitement of having live fans back at live sports.